Chronic illness. It is the job you cannot quit. You can't quit. And the way to get fired from this job is you gotta die. And it sucks. So lately I've been just coming to the realization of everything. I've been pretty darn depressed. And the reality hits me. And I have to admit, this is cyclical. It has happened before. Sometimes you're just like, God, when will this end? And then you realize it's not going to. So you got to make sure you're squeezing those lemons hard during your depression. So soon enough you can put sugar and have your lemonade and try and make it lemonade. Currently I'm squeezing lemons. And so my current experience is one time, one of my many doctors told me, you know, with everything that you have going on, being sick, having this is truly a full-time job. And I couldn't agree with him more. It truly is. When I was working, before I was even diagnosed, that was a full-time job. But how I felt and all the things I was trying to do at the time, it was another full-time job. It was just exhausting then. And now I am a full-time mom. And although I love this job, a very difficult job, I have another second full-time job, which is trying to take care of me. And, you know, I guess in the meantime, while I'm trying to hold down the fort, raise a child, do all those amazing things that mothers do, I am also trying to arrange appointments, pick up prescriptions, physically feel good enough to function, and put a smile on my face when I can, and try and be as, you know, whatever as I can. And it's hard. It's not always easy. So this is my full-time job, and, well, one of them. And I can't quit this one. And just the other day, I truly wanted to be like, I quit. I hate this. I'm no longer dealing with it, right? Because of the frustration. There was a debacle with my appointment. And so I had to call the hospital and fix things. And I don't think it was really, you know, that difficult of a situation in the beginning. There was a mistake made on my appointment. I'm trying to call, fix it. And, you know, when I realized it wasn't going to make sense for me, so I had to kind of rearrange things. Well, this would not have been a big issue had when I called, the girl was a decent human being. I swear sometimes when I call, it's like they answer the phone as if you are interrupting their precious lunch or something. And I don't know, I've worked with people, I've worked in customer service, I've done these things, and I think there's just a time where you're either a jerk or not, and I don't think it's during the time when you are in a doctor's office answering phones. I think you should probably be nice to people. Anyway, I was very frustrated. I mean, it was like incredible. It almost like took effort for her to be so cruel. It was crazy. I was shocked. And we hung up the phone in kind of like a huff. It was the weirdest thing. Anyhow, that was one of my realizations of I can't quit this. It's true. It is a job. And when I call and when I deal with people who are, I guess, customer service related, and usually you wouldn't even go back to a store that sucked so much, I have to. I am in prison and I must go back to people who have no qualms being complete jerks because you may have interrupted their salad. Who knows, right? I don't know. I've been extremely frustrated in general. I don't like being sick. No one does really. But I find it like a huge battle, like a mental battle. I'm really just struggling with it. I've gone through a lot of things. I've already known, you know, I've been sick, all of that for a while. But sometimes I just say, you know, I'm not really cut out for having a chronic illness. I want things taken care of. So let's head on and do this. And yet I don't think chronic illness cares about your personality type. Simply doesn't. It doesn't. And it sucks. And so I just find myself utterly frustrated lately. I'm sick of being sick. I want to quit this job This is the suckiest job I've ever had in my life, and I hate it, and I can't quit. And I'm going to deal with crappy customer service. And as much as the nurses are wonderful and nice and kind and amazing human beings, I will know them for the rest of my living days, forever. And not that they're not nice, but I'd rather not know a nurse in this situation for the rest of my life. I just don't. I don't want them. So, on top of that, I have to remind you that not only do we have a full-time job, being sick and dealing with all that crap, on top of not having the energy for it, we get to pay for it. And that sucks. I'm paying money to call in to have someone be a complete jerk, and then I go in and I get stabbed, and then blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm talking about the crappy part. Quite frankly, the money's worth it when you have wonderful people who are treating you so you can stay alive. So that's my gratitude. I really should be grateful. Currently, I'm just depressed with it. I think it's normal to feel depressed, to be burned out, sick of trying on some of this. It's going to happen, and I know soon enough I'll feel better. I just got a phlebotomy yesterday. And it'll kick in soon enough. I had all my headaches and everything. It usually kind of goes through a little cycle on its own. It's weird. I had a burst of energy today, which I was utterly grateful for. And hopefully I can feel good for a little bit. In the meantime, I have been kind of tired and sick of being sick. And I haven't even gone on to a lot of the like the supportive websites. And it's not just because I'm not feeling good or whatever. It's just sometimes like enough is enough. I don't want to know anything else right now. I just kind of want to rest and a break. And I'm focusing on just other things for a little bit. It's not that I don't want to help people, because I definitely do. I love helping people. It's just that I need my own break and a mental break, and as much as I can from a chronic illness, because we're going to be holding hands for the rest of our lives, or my life. God, me and the chronic illness, right? So I'm taking just a small break from reading up or doing much about it, and I'm just kind of trying to feed myself a little more positivity, because I'm over it. I'm so sick of being sick, truly sick of it. I do have to say one benefit for the support groups. I do appreciate them, and I will get back to trying to give more feedback and help others and support and all of that when I can. In the meantime, I have to say I love the MPN humor. They are a godsend. I mean, they're just silly jokes, but sometimes that's as much as you can give or take. So I'm very grateful for that. So my long story is, this is the crappiest job on earth. If you have a chronic illness, I'm sorry that we are hired by the same sucky company and that we get to pay for it, and it sucks. I hope we can all feel better, and I'm kind of actually cheering up because I'm venting, so maybe vent a little and realize that we got to put the sugar in still, because we got to drink this crappy ass lemonade. It's got to happen. Anyway, 2 cents. I hope you feel better. I hope I feel better, and God bless us all.